people, y'all know what time it is, baby. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no damn chaser. And you've got the super team of sports talk here with y'all. I'm one half of it, Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian. Here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime. I like to call him the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Man, tell these people who you are.
What's good, good people? It's your boy, your Uncle Hate, the other A and AA Sports broadcasting live here on a Thursday this week. Here to recap the Super Bowl, talk about some other stuff, but you know how we do. It's good, homie.
Everything's good. Everything's good. Life is still good. Of course, yeah, we got to talk about this damn game. We're going to talk about some other NFL news, and we're going to talk about these all-star teams. That's pretty funny, and some of that NBA trade talk we're going to get to tonight, people. But we appreciate y'all tuning in here to episode 211. Again, if you subscribe to us on the YouTube channel, continue to share that content, leave us comments, and then also check us out on the podcast platforms, both Spreaker and iTunes. You can both find. You can find our content on both of those podcast platforms as well. Now, everything's good. Hey, I done licked my wounds. And I mean, what can you do? The only thing that was crazy was, well, of course we'll get to it, but the reasons why we lost the game. I felt there was.
The first half of this was your show, so I'm just gonna sit back. Tell me how y'all lost.
Well, to me, it was Jimmy and the defense.
Okay.
All right.
Blame who got more between the two of them? Was it equal?
Raw emotion that night, I was giving more to the defense. Okay. After I've had time to look at plays and some of these throws that were wide open that Jimmy missed, I'm giving it about 50-50.
Okay.
Because even with Jimmy's shortcomings, the missing of the throws that were open, the defense, just to me. Well, let's just go. I want to go over the game from about the 11-minute mark in the fourth. Okay. Because that's when I think that's when the thought process and the controversy and the debates is about whether we should have been running the ball from that point on. All right. So we get that interception from Mahomes, 11 minutes and some change or whatever left. Long and short, it's 11 minutes left on the clock. A 10-point lead is not a whole lot to an offense like that. You do not start running clock then. Because to me, that would have been playing conservative and playing to lose, which is what Shanahan did in the first half by not calling that timeout with a little under 2 minutes there. That I didn't approve of. But the rest of the game, second half, I thought his play calling was fine. Never at any point watching the game live did I think to myself, damn, why aren't we running the ball? It was never obvious like it was with the 28-3 situation where okay, you can pretty much kneel, kick a field goal, and win a Super Bowl. It never got to that point for me. I didn't went back and looked at the second half drives. First of all, what I want to speak on is this notion that we were gashing them in the run game.
No.
Okay. I looked at the numbers because I'm like, I didn't see that. Most of it had 58 yards, a longer 17, which is late in the fourth quarter after we already fell back behind. Okay. Debo had about 53 yards and 32 of them came on one play.
Yeah.
And Coleman had about 28 yards and he had a longer 17 in the first half as well. So you take those big runs out, you can clearly see that that run game wasn't as gashing as it was. And most of the plays that we were getting were like jet sweeps with Debo, that kind of stuff. It's only so many times you can go to the well on those gadget plays and think that they're going to continue to work.
Right.
So that's why I didn't have a problem with that. You want to get in there?
Yeah, I agree. All week long you've been hearing that Kyle Shanahan blew another Super Bowl. I at 11 minutes now, y'all couldn't go conservative like that. You couldn't. Because technically they were moving the ball up until he threw that ball behind Tyreek Hill for that last interception. They were moving the ball. So you had to try to get aggressive and go down there and put another touchdown or a field goal on the board. That was a complete lack of faith at the end of the first half, though, to not call that timeout. Y'all were getting the ball at the half. Even if you put 3, you want to put that on the board. So, I didn't care for that, but I don't necessarily think it was all Jimmy or Kyle. The defense, they just didn't really seem to have life in the second half as they did before.
They had, for 3 quarters, they were fine because, we got the 2 interceptions in the second half.
Yeah.
So the defense, the part that to me that got me with the defense is the third. Okay, so we get the 3rd and 15.
Yeah.
Okay. 3rd and 15, you almost sack him, but you give up 44 yards on a busted coverage.
Right.
That to me was the play of the game because you stopped them right there, 3rd and 15. They have to punt it back, and then at that point, then yes, now it's time to run clock. If we get the ball back and they don't convert that 3rd and 15, but once they convert that, okay, now they in the red zone pretty much. And then 2 plays later, you got a guy in the game. I'm wondering why he's in the game, Tavares Moore, because he's a backup.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe because he got the interception on the previous drive, but he gets a pass interference call on what we see week in, week out. DBs just simply being in position but not turning the fuck around or even attempting to.
Yeah. He ain't even attempt to make a play on the ball. So.
Exactly. So that was okay. So now it's 20-17. A couple plays later when they score. Okay, so now we get the ball back. Now it's 20-17 again. Now you just gonna run into a wall 3 times and get a ball right back to them? Probably not. So this series of plays I think is key because you had Mostert get I think like 5 or 6 yards on the first down. Second down, we went to a play action play that had worked the previous drive. And it's pretty much been our bread and butter all year. Play action. And if you look at that play, the Chiefs were ready for that run. They had a weak side overload blitz coming directly. So we wouldn't have been able to run the ball and pretty much gain anything. The play was there. The ball just got knocked down. Chris Jones knocked the ball down.
Yeah.
Then 3rd and 5, of course, you gotta kind of have to pass at that point.
And that was a huge block, stopping that drive. Huge.
Yes, because if that ball is completed, Kittle got room to run.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that was big. So okay, all right, fine. You don't convert that. You still nursing the 3-point lead, 20-17. At this point, okay, what's the only thing that can beat you? A big play.
Yeah.
So at the very least, hold and give up a field goal and keep the game tied. What do we do? I talked about it on the show before the game. I talked about it at the NFC Championship game, and it was the same play damn near. The one with Devontae Adams lined up, and they had Sherman on him man to man, and Sherman got smoked. Same thing happened with Sammy Watkins.
Yep.
That to me, those are the little things. Let me tell you, I don't think Robert Saleh is ready to be a head coach.
You've been saying it all year.
Because, like I said, why are you going man to man and press coverage? You know that's one of your weaknesses with somebody like Sherman over on that side. So that just didn't make sense to me. So that's why I say the defense to me was right up there with as much blame as Jimmy. And then on top of that, to cap it off, we had problems throughout the year, especially with quarterbacks that could move.
Yes.
Even as good as the defensive linemen were, keeping containment at times was not happening. And that happened in this game because Mahomes was able to get free, run for some first downs, make a couple plays by getting, by getting out of harm's way. Mm-hmm. So those are the reasons why I say, man, the defense is right up there for me. If I have to rank, if you want to rank fault. But as far as Shanahan play calling and him not running the ball, that was never in my thought process.
Yeah, people weren't really looking at it. I think people are still flashing back to what they did to Green Bay those few times. It wasn't the same running.
Right.
Right. They weren't putting up 200 yards in the first half. If that was the case, they would have ran the ball the entire time. He's shown that he will do that if it's working. Yeah. He'll do it.
Exactly. Yeah. And he will do whatever works because before we had those 2 playoff games where we ran all them yards, we had to depend on Jimmy.
right.
to even continue to win through like the latter part of the season, because the run game had fell off a little bit compared to what it had been. So that's why I think people are maybe misjudging that, a little bit. But I of course, I was, pissed off, but I got over it pretty quick. Maybe like the next day or so. But you go back and you watch some of the plays, and you don't know when you're gonna get back. We young, but you never know. I thought we would have been back before now when we had Cap and Patrick Willis, Frank Gore, Navarro Bowman, all that team in 2012 that when we went to the Super Bowl, lost to the Ravens, that team was stacked.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to get back. So those missed opportunities, they definitely hurt.
These narratives in the streets about Jimmy G are funny. Because technically, if you really look at it, this is his first entire year starting. If you really look at it.
Yeah.
He played a whole season, no injury timeouts, a whole season, and y'all got to the Super Bowl. All you people out there, you conspiracy theorists, people of that nature, I wouldn't touch Tom Brady with a 10-foot pole to be their quarterback.
I was seeing a lot of that. Should the 49ers trade Jimmy Garoppolo for Tom Brady? What the fuck for?
Shit, Bill Belichick will send y'all a first-round pick back to get him.
Like, nah, we're not gonna do that. But speaking of the, I ain't gonna say it's a conspiracy theory or whatever, but as far as the narratives that's being thrown out there, to me, the reason I think that, because if you look at the media coverage afterwards, nobody's really talking about the defense giving up 21 damn points.
Nope.
In the fashion that they did.
Nope.
And my only guess is the reason that that's not happening is because if you put publicly too much blame on the defense, then that means you can't prop Mahomes up to what you have, what you need him to be as far as the, to complete the look, so to speak. And, so to me, that's why I don't think it's being talked about, because through 3/4 of that game, he didn't play. Good. He didn't play.
Was in his head.
He didn't play very well.
He was throwing balls in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I don't even think he's been pressured like that since that Denver game he got hurt. Early,
like I said, and we didn't give up like pretty much any big plays. That's why I was like, man, we done held these boys to 10 points through 3/4. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a clip today. Richard Sherman was walking up and down the sideline after they got that interception, telling people to calm the fuck down because we were acting like we had won.
Yeah.
And so with them being a little young, maybe that, kind of got in there and played a part. But, at the end of the day, man, you got to close that. So you got to close that out.
The other side too. Let's we touched on them just a bit. So like you said, through 3/4, Mahomes wasn't very good. I like the way they came out trying to run the ball, shaking it up.
Right.
But man, even when they were trying to throw that first half, they couldn't do shit. I mean, nothing. Yeah. Nobody was open. Kels, Tyreek, nobody. So the defense let them back in the game. Damian Williams, he was solid. I think 21 touches, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. But that one busted play, that gave them life. They were dead on arrival. Because I don't even think they thought that they could say that shit now. We never lost faith. We knew.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. That converting that play, that's a shot in the arm right there. That's there. You know what I'm saying? Well, I forget what they call the things where, you in the emergency room, they got to pump your chest. That's exactly what that was. That's exactly what that was.
But, shout out to Andy Reid. He got one. Finally. He was on his way to another one of those come up short games. They were on their way. Yeah,
it's crazy because I'm sitting here and I'm looking at Andy Reid. You definitely give him his credit. He definitely has deserved one. I hate it had to be against us, but he definitely has worked for this for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there to myself thinking, even though I don't necessarily agree with the picture that's being painted, the picture that's being painted though is Kyle Shanahan don't run the ball in Super Bowls, and that was Andy's MO.
Absolutely.
And here he is just now getting his first. So I hope Kyle takes a look at that. But I think next year that they will load back up. We'll be fine. We got a lot of free agency shit to address, but
Yeah, I had that
we
on
are
my list.
we are going to see.
I didn't put it on the show notes, but I had it on the list.
Hmm.
All right, tell me who stays, who goes.
All right, so the biggest names, of course, are.
I'm gonna run them down to you. Tell me who stays, who goes. Eric Armstead.
Staying.
Okay. Jimmy Ward.
Jimmy might be gone.
Emmanuel Sanders.
I'm 50-50 on that one. It's going to depend on what the outside market want to pay him and how much does he want to stay.
Okay.
So that one, I know Jimmy and Kyle, they already came out and said, hey, we want him back. I would love to have him back, but I also would love to have him and a bigger receiver
I was
as
just
well.
about to say that. He's not a one to me. He's a good
he's
B.
like yeah, exactly, yeah.
A very good B.
Yeah, and I think it's just because of his size. If he were 2 or 3 inches taller, because he can run all the routes. He got decent speed, got good hands. And so he's just a little on the small side.
Speaking of him, I'm gonna jump back and forth real quick. If y'all would have got that touchdown, you think it was done? They had time to go back down the field.
They still would have had time. I think we would have been in good shape because I think scoring that, I think really the defense at that point would have had to really pump itself up and be like, look, all right, we didn't kind of fuck this. We didn't kind of fucked up. We didn't got the lead back. Go out here, whole season of work. Go out here and make one stop one drive, and we champs. So I think we would have been in a good spot.
If y'all would have scored that touchdown, that was it. There is no way y'all would have let him walk down that field because they would have had to get 7, right?
Let's see. It was 24-20, so it would have been 27-24. So they only would have had to get a field goal.
They would get a field goal. Okay.
Yeah.
But okay. Matt Breida, I'm pretty sure he's not coming back.
Yeah, he get no carries in this game. If he doesn't come back, it's going to be because I'm trying to think who's because Jared McKinnon. I know he's not coming back at that number. McKinnon gonna get cut.
Yeah, that was the next thing I had for you.
He's getting cut just for the fact. I mean, it's gonna save us about $8 or $9 million in cap room. Now he's already. I've seen him. He's already expressed. He says himself. He know he's not coming back at that number, but he wants to stay. So he's willing to, I guess, take a minimal deal or whatever. So we'll see.
Did he play one whole game with y'all? He
has not played a game since he signed that contract. Nope, 2 years
ago. That's crazy.
Yep.
Pettis is cut, right?
Absolutely.
Marquise Goodwin
gone.
And this last one is
another cap casualty. Marquise Goodwin. He been healthy inactive for weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, he been healthy inactive for weeks. Kendrick Bourne is who solid. took Dante Pettis playing time.
Yes, he did. And they ain't giving it back.
Nah, not at all. Nah, he's not. He's not. But Eric Armstead talking about the contracts, man. I appreciate him because yesterday he's out here. His agent probably don't like this, but he put out there that he's willing to come back and he don't mind the franchise tag. So I was like, okay.
Franchise tag, good money though.
It is. It ain't the best for your long-term security, but hey, we appreciate that because that's gonna help out some things a whole lot. That makes some shit a whole lot easier. Yeah. So we're probably going to it's not probably. We're going to extend Kittle. It's just a matter of when and how much they gonna give him.
He gonna wait on Austin Hooper probably.
He don't need to wait on Hooper. They can because
he better than Hooper.
Exactly. So he ain't got to wait on Hooper. Who else I was gonna say? Defense. DeForest Buckner. He's gonna get an extension. Him and Kittle gonna get an extension. Armstead will probably get tagged. Like I said, Jimmy Ward don't know. This was really the first year he's been fully healthy.
Yeah.
And this is the last year of his rookie deal, so he may be he may be out. We'll have to see. But everybody else it's a lot of other players, but a lot of them like Kendrick Bourne. Richie James, I think, is another one. But we got a lot of guys that we can just really just kind of tender because a lot of them are restricted free agents. So minimal deals, and they probably not going anywhere. So that's what I'm expecting Jimmy maybe to restructure as well to help free up a little bit more room. So that's what I'm expecting coming next year. We got a lot of young dudes on this team, man. A lot of dudes that main contributors still on rookie contracts.
Now, Sport Track has the early Super Bowl lines for next year. The Chiefs are 6-1, Ravens are 7-1, and y'all are 9-1. The Chiefs said they're coming back next year.
Oh, I mean, I would hope so. I would hope they would say that. But it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get back.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know what I'm saying? We've seen it happen both ways. We've seen the winning and losing have Super Bowl hangovers the following year.
Yes.
It's way different. See, I'm just gonna name Mahomes because he the one at the helm and he the young gun. But it's been different. It's different coming on the scene, being the new young it dude, and carrying your team to a Super Bowl. It's a whole different scenario next season. Now you the hunted.
Yeah.
Now everybody after you. Now you're gonna get everybody's best game all 16 weeks. That's a different challenge. So we're gonna see, and they may not have the same team come next year.
I think you tweeted it, but Sammy Watkins will not be back at that same money.
Nah,
that ain't happening. And Travis Kelce might ask for a slight raise. He
possibly could. I tell him to get out of my office, but
get paid after they win the Super Bowl. Everybody, so
yeah. Very true.
Should be due some money. He should be. He was undrafted. I'm sure he's not on a long-term contract. So,
okay.
It may not be. It's not going to be crazy money, of course, but it all starts to add up. And at the end of the day, if Mahomes is going to take a $40 million slice of this pie, because
he gonna get that. He gonna get that easily. Spot Track had they had something up that I saw about the salaries of the running backs that were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it was all minimal dudes. I'm like, that shit does not help dudes that want to get paid.
Nope. Yeah. It's about to be some money given out here very soon. Derrick Henry is gonna be due some money. Gonna see how that play out. I'm not sure if it's gonna work out where these people where Derrick gets Zeke money or whatever, but it's time.
Yeah, I would be afraid of Zeke money. Like I said, man, dudes like Derrick Henry, they usually don't last that long.
Nope.
They usually don't. I would have thought, was it, I guess 2 years ago when they brought Deion Lewis in, that maybe he could be a change of pace back more to a degree of what he's actually been, to help take a little bit of pressure off of Henry, but that ain't really came to fruition. So, yeah, these carries can't continue to add up for Henry every year, and you can expect him to still be given the production that he's given now 2 or 3 years from now.
Right. It catches up with you people. It catches up. All right. Over this past weekend, the NFL honors. We run through these awards real quick. Shout out to Nick Bosa. He got the Pepsi Rookie of the Year and the AP Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kyler Murray got the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Where am I at? Comeback Player of the Year, Ryan Tannehill. Of course, MVP, Lamar Jackson. Calais Campbell got the NFL Man of the Year. That's a pretty prestigious award. He must be doing good things down there in Jacksonville.
Right.
I got two that I might have issue with.
Okay. That's why you skipped it. Okay, I got you.
You think John Harbaugh deserved Coach of the Year?
Oh, you going with Harbaugh? Okay.
I'm gonna go back up to that other one.
Okay.
You think Harbaugh deserved that?
I mean, he was right there in the running. I don't have a problem with him winning it. It couldn't have been nobody other than him or Kyle Shanahan to me. A lot of times they just simply look at the record. I mean, they number one seed. They had the best record in the league. They won their last probably 10 or 11 games.
That's true. I guess they seem like they were low as far as him. It seemed like we talked about Lamar a lot, but we ain't talking about him. But like you said, they won. So, okay. I guess I ain't got an issue with that one.
Yeah.
Now, Offensive Player of the Year. I feel like this should have been McCaffrey.
McCaffrey could have been in there to win it. The only reason I can see that they gave it to Michael Thomas is because he broke that catch record.
Broke that record.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, yeah, McCaffrey had one hell of a season.
Yes, he did. Now, he won the Fantasy Player of the Year, but over 100 catches 2 years in a row, 1,000 yards receiving, over 1,000 yards rushing.
Yeah, if I would have had a vote, I would have had McCaffrey one, Michael Thomas a close second. But I thought McCaffrey because at one point McCaffrey was in MVP discussion. I mean, of course, this was early in the season. They start them discussions real early. But even if you look at a lot of the websites' rankings throughout the season, of course, we know once you get to like number 5 and 6 that they're not going to win it. But he was in that 5 to 6 range. Right. Pretty much all season. I don't really recall seeing Michael Thomas' name in there.
Nope.
As much. So for that alone, I thought that's why McCaffrey should have won.
But what's remarkable about Michael Thomas? Ain't nobody on the other side. And he still catches all these balls.
Yeah.
The whole scheme to stop him, and yet he still does all of this. So it's going to be very, very interesting. We spoke on it last week, but I think we'll know a little bit more first couple weeks of March in regards to what Drew Brees is going to do. So
yeah, because it's one thing Michael Thomas breaking all them records catching balls from Drew Brees. If Drew Brees walks away and they really decide to go Taysom Hill, we'll see how many if he continues to catch that many then.
Right. All right. Speaking of quarterbacks, shout out to Dak Prescott. Finally saying just something in opposition of the right thing to say to Jerry and them. Look, cuz they don't prove to you. They don't necessarily have the faith in you that you think they should because they haven't paid you yet. I think you on here last summer, might have been this summer, saying, hey, don't let Wentz get paid first. Wentz got paid first. Then they fucked around and paid Goff. And it's just, Jerry, you're making it hard on yourself.
Making it real hard, dog. Now you got the overpay.
Aaron was going to get paid. He wasn't. We knew that was coming. You knew Aaron.
Russell Wilson,
those cats we know, but the dudes in his class getting bags, and y'all still sitting here bullshitting with him. Dak making $2 million. Now that commercial money, that's cool. That's good bread.
Right.
But that's not NFL money. That's not y'all showing me y'all love me money. So
like y'all out here saying y'all do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
In regards to what happened with Dak, they said, well, can Prescott promise that he'll show up for the offseason workouts if the team chooses to tag him? We'll get to that when we get to that. I look forward to calling my agents, and when that franchise tag comes to play, the direction that we'll go until that's a reality, I won't worry about that. But then when asked if he plans to spend much time in Dallas in the coming months, Dak said no and report that.
Be sure to report that.
Be sure to report that.
End quote.
Only leverage Dak got. They got a new coach with a new offense.
Yeah.
Go home. Stop talking. Yeah. Go home.
Yep.
They'll figure it out.
It worked for Zeke.
There you go. I mean, who's their backup?
That's a good damn question.
Right. So
it might be Kellen Moore.
Is taking first team reps in March.
You heard me. I said it might be Kellen Moore. He might be serving double duty.
That'd be messed up. They'd be like, hey dog, we kept you on as OC when you know you're not calling the plays.
Right.
You go out there and run the offense.
Man, that whole little setup, you can see that little structure being set up as McCarty got him a little scapegoat.
Yep.
If anything go wrong, well, Kellen's calling the plays. He wasn't really my guy. We're going to go ahead and let him go. And I'm going to take over the play call. Now, I can see that happening.
Man, we're going to see. Now, starting to hear a little bit more about, you said it last year. You had a pretty good year with your predictions and little stuff you were putting out there. Because I was saying all last year, like, man, I just can't see them letting Amari leave. He's like, shit, we'll see. It's starting to look more and more.
Hey, man,
I'll be back there.
I was telling the Dallas fan, a Cowboys fan at the job, I was like, your team get ready to fuck this up, right?
If they let him walk and Philly snatches him up and he's busting their ass for the next 4 to 5 years with Carson Wentz, I mean, Michael Gallup is cool, but
Yeah.
He's getting single coverage because everybody's over there worried about Amari.
Right.
That's like 2 steps back if they let him walk out the door.
That's why it's imperative that they get a deal done with Dak, so that they can tag Amari and then try to get a deal done. I'm telling you, if I'm Amari, I'm like, oh, okay, I hear y'all, I'll listen to y'all, but y'all gotta get in line. And y'all ain't first.
But you had a good year on that one. You called some shit that I just was not seeing last year. I was like, they ain't about to mess this up. He's going to be there. All right, a few more.
The Cowboys, man, they can't help themselves.
Yeah, unfortunately, they can't. All right, my Friday before the Super Bowl changed and went for the better. You sent me a Twitter link to an interview with Cam Newton talking to a radio show, and this sounds like one is coming back to Charlotte.
That's what it sounds like to me. You know, I don't know if it's smoke and mirrors. I hope not, because if it is, that means that because see, to me, Cam, he wouldn't be out there saying what he was saying so matter of factly about, oh yes, absolutely going to be back, without him talking to the coach and the owner. Right. All right, and we know
he said he talked to the GM, the coach, and the owner.
Right.
He came away inspired. And
right.
I was like, man, look, we might get 2015 one back.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? And that's on top of Rule, right after Rule got hired, him saying, you know, I already had a conversation with Cam and told him what I expect, but we got to, you know, talk to the GM and talk to Tepper to see what we're going to do. So these things adding up is why it's kind of giving me some optimism that the Panthers are actually going to do the right thing. This really shouldn't be a hard decision. He's got a year left at very reasonable money. Right. See what a healthy Cam Newton still got, and then you can try to go ahead and go another direction if you want to. Right. So, I mean, that's just a logical thing to do I think. But if they are feeding him shit and got him out here talking like this, and then they hit him blindside with some shit, that would be pretty shitty.
Yeah, that'd be real shitty. Homie put on his best clothes. You know, he took the scarves away, you know, put the bow tie back on.
Right. He looked normal.
Right. So, you know, if March 1st come or whenever they do them cuts and they hit Cam with that, it ain't you, it's us, we going in a direction. You know, and we already talked about this. It's musical chairs and ain't many spots left out there. So
it's not. And again, going back to what I think would be a destination for him if they do decide to cut him. If at this point, if they cut him, because he obviously got a feeling in his head that they think they bringing him back. If they come with some sneaky shit and cut him, there's going to be some animosity there.
Yep.
And he can go right on down to Tampa and take that animosity out on the Panthers twice a year.
Tampa.
They got weapons.
New Orleans.
Hey, y'all hearing people? Hey, Cam down there in all black.
I'd much rather him go to New Orleans at defense, and I've reserved the right wherever he go. That's my secondary team.
Don't he got to he got to meet with some goons down there and get clearance or something. Remember he started that brawl down there.
He got to check in. Definitely got to check in before we go. You know, most of these cities, you got to check in before you will pull up. So.
Cam started that damn brawl in the back of the end zone and then ran off.
You got to know about that shit. Cam was showing his ass for a couple years there. So
I want to say, was that the year he really started Supermaning real hard and was posing? Was that the Super Bowl year?
I think that was Super Bowl year.
Okay.
I think it was. But yeah, we're gonna see which way that goes. The Antonio Brown apology tour has been going since last Friday.
It's interesting.
He's apologized to everybody under the sun. Juju, Ben, the Steelers, the Raiders, New England,
baby mama.
Yeah, baby mama, the police.
Cause the police one was the funniest one to me because he put a picture up of some people from the police department on his page. It wasn't like it was him in a picture with them. It was just some people from the police department. He just posted a picture with that apology, you know, ending with, I want to make sure we can maybe get back and so he can, I guess, start back donating money or contributing to the youth football team.
Look, people, he's only doing what he got to do.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing. I don't bit more believe this shit.
Hey man, it's all scripted, man.
It's a means to an end.
It's no coincidence that he's starting to act good now because it's finna be free agency time.
Yeah,
It's finna
Mark's coming
be,
up.
you know what I'm saying? It's not a
Shit.
coincidence.
You know, it's probably some suckers in the front office somewhere like, man, he really sounds contrite. Okay. The only thing I got to say left about Antonio Brown is a whole lot of money that actually goes hard. I like the beat. Kind of goes hard. All right. Last thing on NFL. All right, we got the salary cap numbers of the top teams. Dolphins won with $93 million. That's a whole lot of bread.
Yeah, it is.
I'm trying to think. Okay, the Dolphins didn't make playoffs. The Colts didn't make playoffs. The Bucks, Dallas, Giants, and Denver. Okay, how did I not catch Denver went 7-9 last year?
I think they pulled off a couple games late after.
You know, they lost a couple of games early off some sucker shit, some field goals and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with $58 million, they went 7-9. They might be all right next year. I mean, they're in a bad division.
And then remember, Bradley Chubb went out early in the season. Von Miller never really got off. You know, Chris Harris dealing with trade rumors all year. You know, maybe they get back. You know, you got Drew Lock. I think him and Cortland Sutton is going to be a nice little combo, something to look out for.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know the Chiefs are the standard in that shit in the league right now. Fuck just the division. So you know you gotta try to maybe split with them if you lucky.
Yeah.
But you know, it's other than that, man. Hey man, the AFC is what it is. You know, we had the Texans and the Texans and the Titans going kind of deep this year. So you know, you said now who the third team?
Who would you say the third team is?
Yeah, because it's definitely Chiefs and Ravens.
Right.
After that,
Pittsburgh's defense was solid last year. Their offense couldn't do shit. If Ben come back, worth for something.
They got to get a running game. They got to do something else at running back. The Steelers, I'm gonna leave a question mark by them because we never did get to see what Ben and Juju as a number one is gonna look like. So
I'd call the Jets, tell them I got a 4th round pick for Lev.
Bring him back.
James Conner ain't gonna cut it.
Nah, he not. Speaking of the Steelers, something that was funny, we was talking about Emmanuel Sanders early. I didn't know that he had a little issue with being on his way out of Pittsburgh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it was funny because I'm like, see, this is the same shit Antonio Brown was saying. This is the same shit Le'Veon Bell was saying. You know, because they were asking Sanders about, you know, his future plans or whatever. And Pittsburgh came up. And he's like, you know, honestly, I would love to go back and play in Pittsburgh one day. But, you know, it kind of ended on a sour note because Ben was a jerk. So
you know how folks be when they beat cases. You know how folks be.
Yeah,
but another story real quick outside of this. Did you see the reports that New England said they're willing to pay Brady upwards of $30 million to keep
I saw it. That's back pay.
Okay, my question. Why wait till now when you ain't got much of shit around you to demand the bag when you want to keep winning?
Well, to me, that came from the team. That to me, that's a report from the teams putting it out there that, hey, we're willing to do this. I didn't take it as Brady saying this is what it's going to take to keep me.
No, he's now from, you know, of course it ain't came directly from his mouth. The word is he said he ain't taking none of them hometown cuts no more. He wants to be paid, which you can't blame him. But at the same time, you've been doing this for what?
Oh, okay. I got
forever. You know?
Yeah. I mean, shit, at this point, you know, you're trying to get any little bit that you can on the way out the door. That's what Jordan did. You know, sometimes you got to get it on the way out, but he know he only got a certain amount of time left, so he got to max out. You know, it's one thing to keep giving discounts where you in your prime and you know you're going to be here for an extended amount of time. Yeah. Right now, Tom Brady, like, y'all need to pay me because y'all got it. Y'all need to pay me because y'all don't pay nobody else.
Yeah.
You know, all these years he been giving money back and restructuring. They don't use the shit.
Yeah.
You know, they are not known for paying people big money like that. You know, they started, you know, Gilmore, he got paid. But No, pay me, and then y'all need to add some weapons. And as a
It's
matter of fact,
ironic.
y'all need to add them weapons before I sign anything.
It's ironic that we say they don't pay nobody, but you would think they'd be in the upper levels of salary cap money every year. So, but they're not. You know, I'm sure there's if it's the top 10, they probably around 10 to 15. Ain't nobody getting paid on that team. Nobody. So
they pay, instead of playing a lot of, you know, a handful of players big money, they rather pay double the players, not low tier money, but somewhere in the middle money. You know what I'm saying, to have a better overall team. So that formula has worked for them.
yeah, it has. All right, let's jump to this NBA trade. Well, the NBA stuff. The trade deadline was today. It kind of got started, I want to say last week. A couple deals were made here and there. Let's run through a couple of the ones that actually did go through. In a stunning move, the Houston Rockets decided they don't need nobody over 7 feet on their team. Nobody. In basketball, they don't need nobody 7 feet. They traded
not even 6'10".
No. They good with, you know, what well, we'll talk about that in a second. Clint Capella was traded to the Atlanta Hawks. Robert Covington came over from the Minnesota Timberwolves, and a pick and some other stuff, some other trash went back up to Minnesota. What is that you always used to tell me about Xavier, the college team?
Hey man, ain't nobody over 6'9" or so. They switch everything. They play hard-nosed defense, and they going scrap. And they got heart.
This seems like 2 stars on the mid-major. You got Russell and Harden, like some JUCO transfers to this mid-major. Cause who the hell's gonna board?
I have no idea. I was wondering today, like, okay, maybe they're gonna do another trade. You know, something else gonna fall in their lap or something. I don't know what. Who is anybody big eligible in the buyout market? I don't think so.
Well, I heard before we went on, they might buy Tristan Thompson out. He's in the last year.
Okay, I mean, if they can get him, you know,
I go to Boston before I went there.
Oh, if you're Tristan, if he got his, well, yeah.
I'd much rather go to Boston. I mean, of course, you're gonna get more offensive boards fucking with Houston. You get your numbers up.
But see, speaking of that's where I was going. Tristan liked to keep his numbers up, and I ain't talking about basketball numbers. I'm talking about them chicks. And Houston loaded.
Yeah.
Boston ain't, you know what I'm saying, they too much. We ain't really going to Boston for women.
You know what? And he has been up there in Cleveland dealing with that cold and shit. Maybe he want to go to a nice,
you know what I'm saying? Go hang out with Slim Thug.
Yeah, that might work. I ain't think about it that way. I've been losing in Cleveland forever. Well, since Bron left. I tell you, boy, that Bron leaves a trail of destruction when he's gone, bro. You gotta start the whole shit over when Bron.
Like Angela Bassett walking away from that fire and waiting to exhale.
That's Bron. But you know, initially when the Hawks when this deal was talked about, I hit you on the side like, why am I not excited about getting Clint Capella? Why?
Right.
But then when the deal was made and I saw we basically got him for next to nothing.
I mean, they was like, here, take him.
And I didn't know he was averaging 14 and 14. Shit, I'll take that.
Yeah.
And he's a reasonable contract.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? He don't demand plays to be called for him. You know, that's a good probably 10 points a game off lobs, off pick and roll, and, you know, putbacks and shit. So I'm sure Trey would like that. He gonna provide some defense. I'm glad now because John Collins can go back to his natural position at 4.
I like John Collins, but I think we're gonna see what he's worth going forward now. He's putting up 19 and 10 playing out of position.
Right.
You know, maybe he can get that up 23, 24. I like to see them boards come up around 12, but you know, we got a nice little nucleus. Baby Jordan, don't fuck this up.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We still got max money to sign a max player. Not that I can even think of really anybody that's available this year worth paying max money to, but the money is there to play with, you know, if we want to add something that's attractive this offseason.
And all you suckers talking about Cam Reddish, he is showing signs of life. He is coming along. So just be patient. Be patient. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Last night, well, I guess it went through today. Andre Iguodala was finally traded to the Miami Heat. He's been on the Memphis Grizzlies since this summer. Well, I don't. Do you think he stepped foot in Memphis at all?
Probably not.
Okay, yeah. Iggy ain't paid them no mind because he knew he wasn't gonna play for them. What's the point of going there to work out, get a locker, anything? Now, earlier this week, the young Thundercats on the team, they came out talking about he don't want to be here. We don't want him anyway. We can't wait to play him. We can show him what it's about. Young boys, let's calm down.
Right.
Yeah, I know y'all in 8th in the West right now. I know.
Right.
I weren't supposed to be good. We know. Let's relax. Let's chill.
Yeah, definitely. Because I looked at their schedule. And the second half of their schedule is brutal. They got to play a lot. I mean, they're in the West, so they got to play most of the top teams. So, and more than one time. So they got some things to try to sustain to keep that 8th spot.
Yeah, I don't remotely think they're going to keep it. Not remotely.
I mean, yeah, I would think that. You would think probably Portland is the biggest one to maybe take it from them, right?
Yeah.
I would love to see New Orleans make a run. I think they're too far back though. I have no faith in the Spurs making a run. I think those are the 3 teams sitting right there behind Memphis. So it's going to be between Portland and Memphis for that 8th spot.
But what do you think this trade? Now, initially last night the reports were they were going to get Iggy and Gallinari from Oklahoma City, but that didn't work out.
Yeah, they couldn't.
They couldn't get an extension worked out.
Right. Because Miami wanted to leave some cap flexibility for 2021, and they couldn't work it out.
They're under the impression they're going to have a chance to get any of these 2021 cats.
Yeah,
you don't. It's not happening. Just stop.
But that was the first thing I looked at when I saw Iggy was going to Miami, because I would have loved to see. Of course, we already know now that Memphis and Miami already played both of their times that they're going to play this year, so they're not playing. But I would have loved to see him and Jimmy go up against them young Thundercats, because even though Jimmy didn't have nothing to do with starting that little back and forth, Iggy on the team now, so he would have gladly been obliged to jump into it
all day. And somebody made a point on TV I didn't think about until they said it. With the shooters they got in Miami, that's going to be perfect for Iggy. That's like playing with Golden State, just passing to them shooters.
Yeah.
You surrounded by them. The lane should be open. You can't double them. You got Bam down there. I don't think this is going to help them get over the hump as far as beating, Milwaukee, but it might let them get 6. I don't even think right now with this team they better than Philly. When Philly's mind's right, when their minds, and that's saying a lot. When
their minds are right, yeah. I still, like I said, I still don't think they're big enough to challenge the Bucks. Miami, that is. So
yeah. But this was solid. Pat's putting it up. Here's my question to you. We're gonna get off that trade. Did you see the shit he sent back to Memphis?
I saw today Dion Waiters was in it.
Dion's contract, James Jones' contract. These people have player options. How did he convince them to take that shit off his books? How? I ain't heard of no draft picks move. Just players. How?
Yeah.
They were supposed to be fucked for the foreseeable future, and they got off them contracts? Man, Pat Riley is something, people. He's something.
We thought he had kind of gone to the wayside. It had been a while since he had made some power moves, but he back in here now. If he had been able to get that Gallinari deal done, then now we talking about something.
Because Dion was geeking on a plane off some edibles earlier this year, and somebody took his contract.
When I saw that, I don't know how that's gonna work with them young dudes, man. Because Dion Waiters, man, he's been known to have his name thrown around as far as being a disruptive force in the locker room. I'll say. So
you say it one time, okay, maybe, but now that shit don't follow everywhere he done went. So starting to believe it. All right, let's get to these other trades. Marcus Morris was traded to the Clippers today. 20 points, 5 boards, 44% from three. Them numbers ain't gonna be the same because I think he'll be coming off the bench, and he was playing in New York, so the numbers got inflated. But I kind of felt like this is another body, and not just another body, but an aggressive body to throw at LeBron in the playoffs. Bad enough he's gonna have to deal with Kawhi when it was winning time, maybe Paul George. Now you got a third body to throw at LeBron. It's a good pickup for them. Now they still too small inside to me.
I say that's where I would have liked to see the Clippers go, something to combat that size, because even though they didn't beat the Lakers twice this year, I know the Lakers know that they need to play inside more when they play the Clippers. And the Clippers, Doc Rivers got to be thinking at some point LA going to realize we need to play bigger. What's up?
Ain't that Kardashian girl in LA?
Which one?
Tristan's baby mom.
I'm pretty sure. I assume that's where she live. Yeah. Wow.
Tristan Thompson's a big.
Oh, buyout.
Yeah. That wouldn't even be fair, man.
It's possible. It's possible. But
that'd be checkmate like crazy right there. He's a nice big. He'll defend the rim. So we'll see which way that goes. That buyout mark is the next level, but no, Marcus likes to. I heard he used to call himself a LeBron stopper. I mean, you made him work. You still got his 30, but we'll see which way that goes. All right, we knew this was coming. I think most of the world knew D'Angelo Russell was not going to be on Golden State.
Right.
My mom was a basketball fan, and she was, a Golden State fan. She was like, I just don't understand. Why would they trade him? He's good. I said, Mom, he played the same position as Steph, and neither one of them play defense.
Neither one of them play defense.
You can't have them on the court at the same time. It's not going to work. Now, it's not like Andrew Wiggins plays much more defense than him, but I like
Wiggins play deep, man. Wiggins is a good on-ball defender.
He is? Because I ain't seen with so much of him, but the narrative that's been out there, though, he's not a great defender. But he actually plays? Okay, good.
Well, I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. I know he got the wingspan and everything. Exactly. Well, maybe he one of them cats that when he actually plays defense is good at it. But it's the motor.
There you go. But this fits them better because they're getting Stephen Clay back. He slides into the three, next to the triple single man. They getting Looney back. They're gonna have a draft pick.
And then I like it because Clay is. I mean, it's the ACL, so I mean he should be coming back just fine. Clay gonna always be on the best wing.
They just ain't gonna play him. ACLs take 6 months. They just not gonna.
Clay gonna be on the best wing, so Wiggins gonna get to defend probably a third scorer at best. Yeah. So that'll be good. They got Draymond. So they got some things now that can camouflage Steph's no defensive playing ass.
Right.
But
and if anything, Wiggins, work on your corner three. Watch old film of Harrison Barnes.
Yeah.
They're gonna have you off in that corner. But he's a much better player as far as putting the ball on the court. So I think it's a solid move for him.
Maybe a change of scenery, playing with some vets, playing with some guys that have actually won. Maybe that'll help turn the light on. I mean, I know he's been in the league for quite a while, but he's still pretty damn young.
Yeah, he's young. And, one thing that could benefit them is he going to have the second half of this season to be the man on that team. Get his confidence up, score some baskets,
Right.
So
become a fan favorite.
Exactly. They're going to be on TV Saturday. They play the Lakers, so he'll be able to put some points on the board. This trade I put on here, but I really don't understand why. Andre Drummond ended up on the Cavs.
So Drummond, Tristan Thompson, if you don't buy him out, and Kevin Love, and whatever else they got.
See, this is what's funny when cats come out and be speaking about, I don't want to leave. I'm a team guy. I want to win here. Drummond tweeted he found out about the trade on Twitter, but you trying to be loyal to them.
Right.
This is the shit that be killing me with these cats. Don't say nothing. If I'm in a contract year, you might get both teams played hard. Every time y'all ask me a question, both teams played hard. I'm not talking contract year. They said he had no trade market. This is kind of like the running back in the NFL. 18 points, 16 boards. I don't give a damn what ball you play. You need that shit in the NBA. You need it.
Right.
It's just fascinating the way they want you to believe that, you don't need bigs no more. Just shoot threes. Somebody got a board.
Right.
Somebody got to block shots. But yeah, Andre, you caught an L until this summer, and if I was him, if this all they can get for him, some injured players from the bench and some second round picks, you ain't got no value because you might want to keep that player option for next year.
Yeah, and just go ahead and suck it up, stay in Cleveland 1 year.
Yeah, that might be the best bet. Where is he gonna get if he couldn't get nothing for him now? Nothing.
Or maybe I don't know. I'm trying to think, or maybe if the teams that wanted him didn't have the collateral to go get him in a trade.
If it came down to seconds, yeah, you're right. 'Cause they had to match the salaries. I think he makes $27 million a year. Ain't nobody giving that up that late unless.
So some of these teams are out here just asking for way too damn much.
Absolutely.
You know, the Knicks asking for Marcus Morris, asking for Danny Green and Kuzma, and I want to say a second round pick too. Like y'all to bump y'all damn head.
For real. I'm so glad the Lakers didn't do that foolishness. All right, last trade that of mention. Philly added Alec Burks, and Glenn Robinson III. Basically, Golden State's starting shooting guard and small forward. They shoot the ball. Is Philly even winning tonight? I saw the game on TV, but do you know if they're winning tonight?
They were actually playing. They were playing pretty good, but that was first. First half, first quarter. But I mean, I haven't watched much of Golden State this year. They took their ass off TV, and I don't have League Pass this year, so
it ain't that hard to get good numbers.
I mean, yeah, they got good numbers, but it's still 16 points, it's still 13 points, and it's still basically 40% from the 3-point line for both of them. And I don't think Philly has anybody with those numbers. Maybe Josh Richardson. Maybe he shoots around 35%. Huh? Yeah, and Tobias Harris. Yeah. So, long and short, they can definitely use the shooting. We'll see how we'll see how it fit. I don't think it's going to take them over the hump in the East, but
if this season goes left, they blowing it up this summer, Arthur. Embiid or Simmons got to go, one of them. Or is it the coach?
Brett Brown got to go. You got to start there.
Yeah,
you got to start there.
You got to let the new coach see what he can do with him. So he'll probably get fired. All right.
And to answer your question, the Bucks are up 99-93. There's a little under 7 minutes left in the fourth.
Okay, we're gonna be able to see the end of that. All right, my last thing. Can y'all please stop letting LeBron pick these teams? Because his team is always better every damn year. And stop voting Giannis, because Giannis don't.
I say Giannis the one that's fucking it up.
He don't want to win. Every year he don't want to win. It's like he said, he picked my African brother. Took Embiid second, cuz. That's exactly what he said.
Who did he take first?
AD went first.
Oh. AD. Okay. So I'm thinking you're saying Giannis took Embiid as his second player, but he took him as his first player.
Yeah,
second overall.
Yeah, second overall.
Wow. Because I turned to it late, and I'm like, how the hell did Bron end up with Luka, Kawhi, and AD? So
the next pick after he takes, he took Embiid. Bron, of course. Hell, you gave me Kawhi. And so then his next pick is Siakam. I said, my God, I'm gonna take my other African brother.
Oh man.
You want to kick it with your homeboys, that's cool, but you at least want to win the game.
I know LeBron was like, man, you making this easy for me. I had a different strategy thinking you was gonna probably pick a couple of these guys, and you just making this real easy.
And when I turn, a lot of times I'll have the TV on with no volume. When I turn the volume off, is when he took Kemba Walker over James Harden. I was like, I'm done.
No, it was Trae Young. No, he took Kemba over Buffalo. Nah, Bron don't got Trae.
No, you don't. You're right.
Giannis got Kemba and Trae, so he got a small ass back.
So you got two dudes barely 6 feet. So it's 3 Africans and 2 dudes under 6 feet. Man, I'm done. I'm done.
Because he let Bron got AD, Kawhi, Luka, Harden, Dame, Ben, Joker, Tatum. Chris Paul, Westbrook.
And then this fool was like, "You took Dame. That was going to be my pick." Campbell, shout out to you. You an all-star, but
I mean, and then, because we had a debate about who's going to get picked last. I think we both picked Sabonis, and I think they ended up being it. But we had Kyle Lowry somewhere in that running. He picked Kyle Lowry with Westbrook still on the board. I want to say Ben was still out there. Donovan Mitchell was still on the board. Oh, man.
Hey, man. Can we please get Giannis a GM? Somebody to sit with him and help him pick a damn team. Maybe Giannis thinks it's supposed to be Team World versus NBA. Maybe he thinks that.
I'm like, how could you?
He gifted him Kawhi. Gifted him. And I'm like, okay, he's going to come back with Harden. He does know this is a shooter's game. Ball
right.
And you take Siakam? So Bron got all the size, got ball handling.
He got everything he need.
His starters can play the whole game and beat Giannis's whole team. Bless their heart, man. Get him a GM.
Because he got Embiid, Siakam, Kemba, Trey, Chris Middleton, Bam, Gobert, Jimmy, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Ingram, and Donovan Mitchell.
They're going to lose by 30.
I mean, they all stars when you put them up against Sabonis, Westbrook, CP3, Tatum, Joker, Ben, Dame, Harden, Luka, Kawhi, AD, and LeBron. I mean, come the fuck on.
And Bron going to be putting on for Kobe. You know that.
But the way these All-Star games go. I think one year, I think the first year they did this shit. I said, man, that team should blow them out, and it was ended up being a good game. So we'll see.
I know one thing. On that team, Trey gonna get his shots.
Hey, we talked about the first thing I thought about was that we said, is he gonna get up 50 shots in between the Rising Stars game and the All-Star game? I think he get that easy now.
He gonna get the 50 now.
Yeah.
So all right,
because who on that team gonna tell him stop? Well, Jimmy will tell him stop. Jimmy will tell him stop shooting, but other than that, nobody.
All right, last thing. Do we have at least a slight chance against Duke Saturday? Pride.
It's got to be the Pride. I think we at home this game. I will hang my hat on this because I've been actually watching this the last couple of weeks. And Cole back now. This would be his third game back. We played Florida State pretty tough the other night, and they ranked like number 7 or 8 in the country. And this was on the road. We only lost by like 5, and we went like 11 minutes and some change without a field goal in the second half.
Damn.
Yeah, it was ugly, dog. I think we missed. I think at one point in the second half during that 11-minute stretch, we was like 0 for like 19. I think it was. Yeah, it was like somewhere between 17 and 20 missed shots in a row.
Damn.
Yeah, we don't have no 3-point shooting. The little bit of 3-point shooting we got, Brandon Robinson, he hurt. He didn't even play the other night, so he may be back for the Florida State game. His ass needs some muscle milk. I had to tweet that out because he stayed getting hurt because he's so frail.
Yeah.
But I haven't really watched Duke. I haven't really watched Duke this year, though, honestly. Yeah. So I don't know how to gauge them, but I think the Pride and just to be in Duke, Carolina, we're gonna come to play. We got the bigs. We have too many lapses in play. We got to play our A game to have a chance.
XFL this weekend?
If it's nothing else on and I ain't taking a nap, because it come on Sunday, right?
No, they play Saturday and Sunday, I believe.
Okay, I might catch it.
See what it's looking like.
Yeah, just to see.
Ain't shit else out there. All right, that's all we got.
All right, homie. What I was gonna say. Yeah, I forgot what it was, but oh well. All right, people, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to have this show, again, this is episode 211. We'll have this thing posted up sometime within the next 24 hours. Check it out on Twitter at AA Sportscast Twitter page, or you can find it on myself or Uncle Hate's Twitter page. Check out the YouTube channel, Spreaker, Apple iTunes, and check us out on Instagram as well. We got some content up there. Uncle Hate, tell these people where to reach you at on social media.
At RK6000. Holla at me. I talk sports.
All right. Shout out to the Urban Arena crew. It's JB and them over there at and Big Q over at Team Boy TV, Glass, Get With The Sports. What's up? Shout out to Kane and Ice. They had me on their show last night. Y'all go check out their episode. They're on the BS3 Radio Network on Spreaker as well. All right, for your boy, Uncle Hate, for your boy, Diego Barishnikov. Again, we are a sports, straight sports, no damn chaser. We will holler at y'all sometime within the next week or so. Y'all be easy out there. Peace.
Peace.